available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, went up to the attic today to get our Christmas pictures and found some things. I'm staying with Mom tonight. The police are on their way to the house. I think someone's living up there. Give me a call when you can.
Have you ever swore someone was living in your house? Strange bumps in the middle of the night, footsteps creeping in the kitchen, and maybe that squirrel that lives in the attic. This is a fear that people don't really talk about very much because it's one of the most real fears. In 2012, a girl named Tracy grew weary of someone living in her attic due to bumps in the attic and even scratching coming from above her at nighttime. She sent her 2 sons up to investigate, who found nails that were used to pry open the floorboard above her bed. Once investigating more, they found Tracy's 44-year-old ex-boyfriend living up there, covered in coats. They had been broken up for almost 12 years at this point, and they found out that the hole that he cut above her bed was for spying on her at night. This is a 100% real story. It was covered by local news and even major news sites. And stuff like this happens a lot more than you would think. I took a trip over to Reddit to see if anybody else had this fear, and I found a lot of people who did, and some people who found out a scary truth. A Redditor by the name of DeadAReady222 posted to the Scary Story forums about her fear of someone living in her house. So once my parents left me alone, I was laying in bed on my phone and I hear someone open the fridge, so I go downstairs, but there's no one there. So I check the fridge and notice that someone had drank the cranberry juice, but I thought my dad had drank some before he left an hour later. I tried to fall asleep again, but I have this gut feeling that I should stay awake, so I do. And then I hear a footstep, got scared, and fell asleep. Now, of course, this could have just been her mind messing with her, as same for everybody else who has this fear. But this means that people do straight up have the fear that someone is secretly living in their house. Another post by cap_RER had a similar experience. He describes that he was house sitting with his girlfriend for a relative because the house was recently broken into, and he shares some disturbing experiences. First of all, there were a lot of random knocks and cracks in the house while the couple was trying to sleep. They didn't think anything of it and thought it was just the house settling. On the 3rd night, right before our rider fell asleep, a huge bang filled the house that woke him and his girlfriend up and sent their dog running out of the room barking. The noise sounded like a heavy door had been slammed. After investigating, nothing was found except some turned on lights that the rider thought had been turned off. Second, the rider was using the elevator in the house when all of a sudden he got stuck, as if someone else had clicked the elevator, but quickly stopped. He was stuck for a few minutes until the elevator started again, and he heard footsteps running away from the door, which he passed up as the elevator sound. Lastly, the rider was playing drums when he heard a voice whispering, "Hello." After several times of him hearing it and seeing nothing, he turned around in his seat to face the window to see a figure. He left the house and hadn't returned at the time of the Reddit post. He concluded the post by saying he thought someone lived in the house without anyone noticing. He told his girlfriend to contact the relatives and tell them that he was no longer going to stay there with her. There was never a second post or any backup to this post, even though several people had asked for it. So it may be a hoax, it may not be. We may never even know.
Mount Juliet police say a mother did not know an 18-year-old man was living in her attic and would come down into her 14-year-old daughter's room at night. That man is now charged with trespassing.
It's bizarre. The man's family claims there's more to the story. News 4's Forrest Sanders walks us through it.
Mount Juliet police say a mother came back to her Karen Drive home to find this man, 18-year-old Matthew Casto, at the top of the stairs. Police say Casto ran into the attic and refused to leave, forcing officers to head up there and get him out.
Yes, this mother returned home and saw this random guy just hanging out on her staircase. It's even scarier to think that this guy had once ran away with her daughter before, and then the man secretly came into the house and started living in their attic. It's unclear if the daughter knew the guy was living in the house or not. It was not said anywhere that I could find. It's also worth mentioning that the guy did have mental health issues. However, he was still taken to court, and I cannot find what happened after that. When you think about someone living in your house, you automatically think attic or basement. Well, that's not always the case. Yes, I'm talking about hidden rooms. A post by Lumberjack on Reddit described him finding a little hallway in between his walls, which he followed into a dark little room. Inside it, he found a briefcase, and inside of that were a bunch of watches, money, and videotapes. One of the videotapes even had the word "no" written on it 6 times in bold letters. He turned the tapes into the police, and the police told him to delete everything that he posted about the tapes, but it's unclear if the Redditor ever watched the tapes himself, and if not, then only the cops know what was on those tapes. And obviously, whatever it was not good. Let's talk about a story that involves someone actually found hiding in one of these hidden rooms. In 2013, students of Ohio State University found something shocking. The students swore that there was a ghost living in the house with them that startled them day and night, until they found out that it was someone secretly living in their house. They had noticed a locked door in their basement, but they never bothered going inside of it because they thought it was just another utility closet. But upon opening it, they found out the total opposite. Maintenance workers had to knock the door down, and once they did, they found a full bedroom with textbooks and even pictures hanging on the wall. The students then changed the locks on the door and left a note for their secret resident telling them to contact them for his things. Then called a guy named Jeremy. He moved all this stuff out of the house and was never heard from any of these people again. Now, just to make sure, I need all of you guys to go up in your attic, go down to your basement, open every door, look under every bed, even maybe your own room, because there may be someone hiding, even in plain sight.